yes, you're supposed to forgive, right? Yes, but at the same time, that does not mean that I have to allow you back in my space. That does not mean that we have to be friends, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to handle people according. Different friends for different stuff. You can't share everything with everybody.
Even if that friend does give really great advice, the moment that I hear somebody else that said something that I know I done told you,
and only you.
That's all I need to know. Because
tell your
one
raggedy
thing I
else.
hate.
Welcome back to the You're Done podcast. Welcome back. It's your girl, Big Desto, not the little one.
And be more, never less. Look at her remember her name today. Okay.
I forget this time.
She's a fancy one.
And we're back with episode 8 of the You're Done podcast.
Yes.
That means we have been doing this podcast for 2 months. 8 episodes. Don't play with us.
Because we own it. You know what I'm saying?
If you've watched every episode,
you're a real one.
We're gonna do a giveaway. No, I'm just playing.
We're not there yet, but we're coming, okay? Don't sleep on us.
Put your name put something in the comments if you've watched every episode for the last 2 months. Tell me which one was your favorite.
The little bomb emoji.
Oh, yeah, put a bomb emoji.
Yes.
Period. Because you're a real one.
For real.
And we rocking with you because you rocking with us.
We appreciate it. Not her becoming a MC. All right. Run, DMC.
Right. But we're back, and today the topic of the episode is going to be oversharing. Why? What do you mean? That's the big, that's still not the little one? So what we mean by that is obviously it's self-explanatory, oversharing. So that could be telling too much of your business. It could be telling your business to the wrong people. It could be sharing something that you shouldn't have shared just yet. Because sometimes you get so excited about something, you just want to tell somebody, keep it to yourself for a little bit, okay? Stink.
Just between you and God.
Yeah, everything ain't meant to be shared. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Our experiences, maybe you have overshared before, and then, because I know me. So remember in episode 1, I said, we're done drinking and being belligerent. So I don't get belligerent like I want to fight or nothing, but I get to yapping, you know? And then sometimes I wake up the next day and I'm like, what did I tell them people?
Something you shouldn't.
Right. And then, because like I said, the wrong people. Yeah. And I have been like around in the wrong crowd before and probably have said something that they really didn't need to know. Like, Destiny, shut up. You should have kept that one to yourself, sister girl. Everybody ain't got to know. Because everybody ain't on your side. People praying on your downfall. So yeah, I know for myself, I had to learn to shut up. Sometimes you got to shut up.
Yeah.
Just zip it.
And this is when she was talking to me, I mean, again, a lot of the topics and things we come up with, it comes up in conversations. Or, again, we're separate, we're not together. I was going to say we separated. It's just sounded weird. We're not together, and we're like, hey, I want to talk about this. So, this was a very interesting topic, because for me, I feel like I'm the complete opposite. I feel like I don't share enough, because I'm like, I need to stop saying I don't like people, because I'm really friendly, y'all. Right. I know y'all getting to know me through the internet. I'm a really nice person. I'm very goofy. If I see you at a gas station, people gonna think we best friends, because I talk to everybody. But I'm also like brick wall. Like, you know what? I don't care for everybody to know. So when most people are like, oh, I know who Brittany is. I'm like, yeah. But if I tell you something, you go tell your best friend, or she tell her best friend, because y'all all think y'all best friends and y'all really not. So y'all all chipmunks, because ain't nobody Alvin.
I'm crying.
Then whatever that story that I just gave you goes, it's not going to bother me, because I don't mind repeating it. Which makes people think they know me, but it's also because I'm not out here doing anything crazy either. That I'm like, I really don't have these like deep, dark secrets to harbor.
But it's still just like.
But I don't. But I have been in situations, especially like with my husband. Like, of course, we dated first. So I feel like up front, because I was like, I'm doing things different. I need you to know who I am. I'm not fit to be beating around the bush. And I feel like I kind of hit him with a little bit too much at one time. Oh. And not in like a scary way, but it's just like, I don't want you thinking this was to be, you know, something I don't want it to be. So let me just.
Right.
And it was just like, whoa, hold up. Like, I didn't even think that about you. I think you mad cool and I'm still wanting to hang out. I'm just getting to know you, you know? So, and I think he did the same too, because just in his past of, you know, the people he's dated and things like that. And I think we were like just giving out bits and pieces of ourselves that it's like, if that's not who you are and you don't do that, I would have never known. And why would it have mattered? Mm-hmm. So it was very helpful because we both was like, we both have a past. Yeah. So whatever you did in your past is your past. Let's just go with where we are now. And so that's been pretty helpful.
Well, that could be a topic too of like when you're first dating somebody, and I don't know if that can like tie into this conversation.
I think it does.
But like, what do you share? What shouldn't you share?
I feel like if you're trying to better, and I'm speaking this from a woman's perspective, because I know I've been in spaces where I'm like, I had sex before marriage, right? So I know I'm like, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. And it's just like, but I'm going to let you know, X, Y, but why? Yeah. All you need to know is that we not doing that. Right. Because that's not where I am, and this is how I need you to treat me, because this is the woman that I am. Now, I feel like if you want to indulge in why that came about, that's fine. But I don't need to...
What came about?
Like, why I decided to make the decision to say, like, I don't want these things anymore. Oh, okay. You know, if y'all having a conversation, y'all getting to know each other.
Maybe it stemmed from a past situation, and you're like, I don't like that. And they probably want to know why.
Why? Like, because they may think it's not a big deal.
Will you share with them why?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. Yeah.
And then I feel like but I think most of the time you want to sit and then you want to talk about your last guy, all the things he took you through, all the BS.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
And it's like, now you over here crying about the other nigga. Baby,
I don't give a damn.
We is at Chili's. If you don't get these Southwestern egg rolls,
because they be busting,
these Texas cheese fries, and shut up,
right,
and watch whatever game is on the screen.
Yeah, I feel like when you're oversharing in that aspect, like, oh, I'm trying to date, I'm trying to get to know somebody, but you brought me out here to talk about Shaquita from the past. I don't care about Shaquita. Leave Shaquita where Shaquita at. Because I don't care. And it's like certain things that you need to know about I'm not gonna say your partner. Everybody you date, not your partner. But if I'm sharing specific things with you, I would hope that this is going somewhere. I'm not just gonna say it to just anybody. Or even if it's like friends. I know what friends I can talk about
for sure.
Any and everything with, and what friends, we don't even dive into that side of the conversations at all. Like,
it's just like, my man is good.
Different friends for different stuff. You can't share everything with everybody. Yeah. And I feel like I've learned that the hard way, because I've always felt like I'm sometimes, especially in the past, overly forgiving. Yes, you're supposed to forgive. Right. Yes. But at the same time, that does not mean that I have to allow you back in my space. That does not mean that we have to be friends, Yeah. So I had to learn how to handle people accordingly, if that makes sense. Because I would literally just be like, oh, well, they said they were sorry and then blah, 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 blah. Goofy. Don't do that.
And this is where...
Because people be lying.
Opposites come in. Because I'm like, you're done.
Yeah, like I was literally like, somebody needed to tell me I was done, because I was doing way too much of just being too forgiving of people, and then feeling like, oh, if they say this and this and that, we could just go back to normal. Yeah. And it's not to say like you don't have people in your life where you can do stuff like that with, but not everybody.
Not everybody deserves those second chances. Yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably done told them, hey, I ain't like that. Yeah. That was the first chance. Okay, it wasn't the fact that I ghosted you. It wasn't the fact that we didn't talk for 2 months. It was the fact that I told you I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. That was chance 1. Yeah. I was giving you a chance to not do it again. And you proceeded to do it again. So now you have to be done. Yeah. That's how that goes. But I think when you're talking about friends too, I don't know if I guess it could happen when you're younger, but I think I realized it more when I got older, because now I have different pockets of friends. Mm-hmm. I have my friends that I went to college with. I have my friends I went to high school with. I have my friends that I met when I just lived in different states. I have friends that's really like associates. Like, you just know them.
Yeah.
Like, if I run across you on social media, I'm hitting you up. But, like, we ain't never hung out. We ain't never went out. Nothing like that. But I just think you mad cool. Like, internet friends, you know? So, you're not going to share, damn, man, my husband got into it with my internet friend.
Right.
She over on the internet. Let her stay on the internet.
Yeah.
But I'll call my sister and share that. But it's also in the situations of, even when you're talking about your buckets of friends, still who you're sharing that conversation with. Because like you said, not everyone wants to see you win. But at the same time, even if that friend does give really great advice, the moment that I hear somebody else that said something that I know I done told you.
And only you.
That's all I need to know. Because
tell you
the one thing I hate is that you over here like, yeah, Brittany, that wasn't right, this, that, and the third, giving me all the great advice. Then the next thing I know, homegirl over there on the other side of the world wants to say, yeah, she was saying Brittany was being foo-foo the fool again.
Right.
Because so now you want to like, why you couldn't tell me that on the phone? Because it's exactly what I would have told you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna play into your delulu, then I'm gonna be delulu.
And maybe that's
else.
where my issue was, of feeling like people were the friend that I was to them. So where I'm willing to share, uncomfortable with, knowing, like, so if you were to come to me and tell me something, it just goes without saying, obviously sometimes you do have to say, okay, I'm about to tell you something, but don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But certain stuff, come on, bro. You supposed to know what you're not supposed to share. Like, why would you go tell them that? If I wanted them to know that, I would have told them that.
Yeah.
But I feel like me being the type of person I am, I would always make it seem like if I wouldn't do that, they wouldn't do that either. Yeah. Until they did it, and I'm sitting there looking goofy.
Yeah. And to bring this in just a little bit, it's also like, me and my mom, we talk all the time. But I had to realize too, during different phases of my marriage, of course, like, when you mad, you call the people closest to you, right? And you like, this nigga,
you won't believe what happened.
But then the moment y'all over there living your best life, he done bought your favorite perfume. He done
Mama
took you
still
out.
stuck on what he did.
Right, he done put the babies to sleep without you asking. You ain't called and said none of that.
Like, Mama, we done moved past that. Sorry.
Right. So now it's just always like all the things and negative things you said. So sometimes it's like not oversharing in the sense of like, sit down for a second. Let's talk with yourself. Let's talk with God. Yeah. Let's have a little conversation before we just start feeling like we need to go blabbing to everybody.
Yeah.
And
I have to learn that too. But I've also been in situations where the other person in the party would be like, oh, don't share this and this and that, because, so I took it and ran with it. So I went from, I guess, oversharing to not sharing stuff I should be sharing.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you tell nobody that? So I'm sitting here dealing with that by myself, because I have this thing of, okay, I've been oversharing for so long that now it's like I'm trying to learn how to not do that. So while I'm not doing that, while horrible things may be happening, such and such and did whatever to me, and I'm just taking it and I'm not telling nobody. And I'm just struggling dealing with that by myself. So I went from...
you did that before, and I got on you about that.
That's probably what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she almost got too... Yeah, I almost didn't see her because she was done.
No, but that was a lesson I had to learn of trying to find a balance of what to share and what not to share, because then I went into... I took that into another situation, feeling like, oh, yeah, we're not supposed to share. Yeah. So I take it and I'm applying it to something else that don't have nothing to do with that. And they're like, no, we don't do that around here. Yeah. And I'm like... oh, my bad. So I literally had to learn how to find a balance of what to share and what not to share, who has my best interest and who does not, because I have had so-called friends who literally, they were raggedy. Down to the ground raggedy. Like, can't trust them with nothing. And it's just like, bro, I would never do that to you. Yeah. And then there's some people that will act like they're your friends just to get certain information on you and then use it against you.
Crazy.
Because, bro, you could have just left me alone, for real. Because why are you that... like, you need something else to do. Yes, that you feel like you just want to go and ruin my life because for no reason at all.
But I do be feeling like some people don't like you and they don't know why. And then for those reasons, nitpick on things. I recall, believe it or not, because I know I seem very talkative. I was extremely quiet in school. And then I probably got to about 7th or 8th grade. A lot of people probably say, no, she always been loud. And I have. When I do talk, I am loud. I had to learn what inside voice really meant. Because I'm like, I'm inside. This is my voice. And that's just kind of how we roll. But I recall someone coming to me, and it was someone who didn't care for me. And I was like, well, why are they bothering me? Because like at least I hadn't felt like I did anything to this person. And so they're like, oh, because you friendly and you smile all the time. So you fucking with me.
Because I'm a happy person.
That's crazy. Like, let me be happy. Let me be blissful.
So once again, deal with your own demons on your own time.
Yes.
Don't come up, just because you ain't having a good day, that don't mean you got to come ruin my day.
I already tapped the part.
Leave me alone. That's where I got that from.
Go ahead,
leave me alone. But it's just like when I share, I think Mama had to teach me that too. Of like, I'm white and black with almost everything in my life.
No gray
There's
area.
no gray area. Either I'm oversharing or I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, now was the time for you to yap, and you wanted to keep all that to yourself. Like, why wouldn't you tell nobody that?
Exactly.
And like,
and
even,
no one
especially
knows.
with relationships, like you said, obviously, I'm not going to tell every little thing that happens in my relationship.
Yeah.
Especially because I learned that the hard way too. Of like, every little thing that got on my nerves, I'm going to tell my friends, I'm going to tell my sister and my mama. And like I said, now I'm over it. And I want to be happy with this person, and they still have this. I done painted them to be this horrible person.
Cause I ain't forget.
And I mean, granted, never mind, Lord. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna let y'all make it, but some people are just that raggedy. But I had to learn how to leave people right where they have you messed up, and that goes for friends, that goes for relationships, even people at work. Yes. I had a situation where this lady she befriended me and did all these things, and then would try to like ask me stuff to go and use it against me. And I'm like, girl, I thought we was cool. And when I tell you I have literally learned everything the hard way, I don't know why I choose the hard way in life.
She's been this way since a kid. She was a kid though. You were the type, like Mama would say, like, for instance, if my mama came and said, Brittany, don't touch the stove because the stove is hot, I'm not touching the stove. She could be completely lying to me, y'all, and I'm not touching the stove. Why? Because she said it was hot. I ain't touching it. This Negro, she over there like this.
How hot is it?
Hot is it? Not that hot. So it does suck to hear that that's kind of how like life has played out, but it also shows like God's grace in all of it too, because it could have been, I mean, in the moment I'm pretty sure it felt like my world is over, I'm melting, but it's literally like, but look at me now, you know, those things didn't break you, but I do think again, this topic is interesting because when you talk about oversharing, it literally could be with anybody. Literally anybody. And it's just about what is it that I'm actually sharing with you and what's going to come back. Because sometimes it's not even...
I was just going to say, you can say one thing and then however they wanted to receive it, and now it's something completely different. Where that's not even what I was trying to say. Yeah. So not only are you telling my business, which you weren't supposed to be doing, strike number one, sister, but number two, you ain't even telling the story right.
She is preaching today.
So if you go tell my business...
Get it right.
Tell it right. Because the one thing it's one thing. Okay, you told my business. Fine. You raggedy. Noted. Whatever. But don't lie. Come on now. You did not have to make that up. You did not have to make that up for what you wanted it to be. Yeah. Because I didn't even say that.
That's crazy.
Listen.
Linda.
Before you get to yapping.
That's gonna be our new phrase. Listen, not we listen and we don't judge.
Listen before you yap, because people just be talking. Cause you know that ain't what I said. You know that ain't what I meant. You literally turn my words around to make yourself. I don't even know why you did it. That's between you and the good Lord. But don't do it no more. Won't tell you nothing else. Yeah, cause you're dumb.
But they're out here and they're showing you exactly who they are.
Yeah.
But it does suck because you go from the process of like I'm sharing these things because I feel like I need someone to talk to dang, I can't talk to nobody. So I think that's very interesting. I think I found like my group of friends.
Yeah.
I always kept my group pretty small, but I also never had as many friends as you. Like, I've never been out with like 14 people and I'm like, all of these 14 people are my friends. Like, we talk and we're probably all in a group text. Then I got my sub text with these other people, you know, depending on, again, what you share. Baby, no.
Texas State, well, I had a friend, all the friends.
Right? Not I. And to this day, when I moved to, what was I? South Carolina. Of course, I knew no one. So I'm like, I clearly need to make friends because I can't just be out here hanging out with my husband all the time. Yeah. But I met one girl and I told her to her face, I said, you my only friend and I don't plan on making no more friends. And she said, why? And I said, because I don't do well.
You're enough.
With a lot of people. Right, until you show me otherwise. But I'm like, I don't do well with large groups of people because I think I don't want to say I have trust issues, but because I know once I f with you, I f with you. Yeah, that's one. But and it takes me a little while to get there. So I always feel like when I keep my circle small, I have a better way of just like navigating
or
that.
Controlling what it is that's coming in and going out.
Versus like it's 14 of y'all. Any of y'all could have.
Oh yeah, but even though I had detective work, even though I had all those friends, you know. So okay, so when you have a big group of friends like that, there's no way all those friends know my business unless that friend went and told the other friend. My thing is we have sub friendships within the friendship. Yes. We're all one big group, you know, kind of like not a Venn diagram, but you know, the circles within the circles. Yes. So that's
not the Venn diagram. That's smart.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm not like those 14. I don't even think it was 14. She been dramatic.
I'm making up numbers, y'all, but
I mean, it's just certain stuff that I share with certain friends, and it's not to say I hold this friend to a higher standard than the other friend, but
that's just what. But that's just right. But that's just where you are, and it's also too is that certain conversations that I have with my friend over here. That's just because they on that level. You can't talk to me about something that you're not even willing to do yourself. Yeah. If you like, if I talk to, I'm gonna go ahead and out her name right now. If I call Sydney right now and tell Sydney from ABC3488214. She's gonna follow all of that, y'all. Yeah. And on top of that, she gonna give me something straight from the Bible to let me know that I'm okay. Right? And so that's insane with Asia. Same with Shamik. I'm dropping all my friends' name. Hey girl. If I call them and I'm talking about something particular, that's just the conversations that we have. And I know that we're gonna stay in the box and they're going to give me what it is that I need, but they can do that because that's where they are. But then I still have some friends. It's just like, girl, you still working on you. How you going to help me when you can't figure out
so wait. Cause and the thing with this podcast thing is because when we have specific topics, like you said, I mean, when you say your friend's name, you had great things to say, but sometimes I don't really got nice things to say about the people that I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm not saying their names, but sometimes I've had friends where it's like, you don't see, look, I am not trying to get that a text like, well, you talking about me, but granted, they probably ain't even tuned in because we're not even like cool like that no more. But it's people that I've considered friends in my life that. Like situational type things. So they'll notice a pattern in my life and it's like, oh, Destiny, okay, I always have a relationship because I came to you telling you about my boyfriend, but whatever the case may be. So now I'm the girl with the relationship problems. But when I come to you with the problems, it was, oh, girl, almost like get over it. Like it'll be at the end of the world type of thing. Oh, but when it happened to you. So that's why I say watch what you say because now you want to come up. Is you good, remember? Yeah. So don't come to me after I done shared with you something that thinking that you were my friend and you would be there for me. Yeah. And now you're not even being now you want like what
you want me to be the friend that I was needing from you.
Yeah.
You couldn't
we
do
not
it,
doing
but
that.
now you gonna get on me because I wasn't there.
And me being the person that I am, I was there for those people, but I noticed those things. Like, please do not. The only time I hear from you is when your life is in shambles. But as soon as life is good, I am not the friend that you feel like you need to call.
Yeah,
and this is why I won't tell you nothing else, because it's like, why? Like, I have other things in my life going on too.
Yeah.
Like, you just pick and choose what you wanna fixate on. Like, I've told you all these things. Like, I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
But this is the only thing that you really, this is what you associate destiny with.
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
That is, hold on.
Is that making sense?
Breland, go upstairs.
You and your iPad. Anyway, child. So I just feel like when I overshare, and it's not to say like in those moments I felt like I was oversharing, but I have had experiences where I talk to people who I consider really good friends to me, and now that we're not friends, it's just like, not that I care that they know these things about me, but it's just strange because I never saw me and you not being friends. But it's like, you do know stuff about me that if I knew we weren't gonna be cool later on down the road, I wouldn't have said nothing to you.
But I mean, that comes with the growth. But it's the same with family members. And I feel like I want to share something, but then I feel like the same thing. They probably gonna know what it is. See? But I feel like,
and it's crazy that we feel that way on the episode about oversharing,
because I could easily
just overshare and say such.
But I feel like sometimes it's hard when people want to come back, but they come back as if nothing ever happened.
Oh yeah,
and
please don't come back.
And I don't care if it's been 15 years. Address it. And it's not that I've been walking around all my life being like, oh, this person did this to me. Oh, this person said that. Oh, me. No. But when we're sitting down and now you want to pick up, like, oh, we just like this. Like, we still besties with the resties. No, we're not. I'm not the rest of them. Yeah. I'm going to need you to go over there. And to me, it's also just saying, to me, it almost feels like you saying, forget how I really feel and forget what it was, because time heals. Sometimes time doesn't. Sometimes you just noting it makes that all go away. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't think, for me, it's not like I'm walking around with like this big grudge, because trust me, if I had a grudge, you would know. Because
I don't hold grudges. I don't give a damn.
I am one to let you, and no, I let you know.
Yeah.
When people be like, oh, no, it's just because I don't like you.
Yeah.
And I can be in the same space as you. I can be.
Like,
don't get me wrong. You're not gonna stop what I got going on. You're not gonna stop me from going to places, but you gonna know,
bro, that happened
care.
to me before too. And I said on the episode before, like, okay, with the whole being in the same spaces, I'd rather keep myself out of those spaces. But that was more so when I was younger. Now I had to, as an adult, like, you run into people, it ain't no way that just because such and such there, I'm not going. Yeah. I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
And they just gonna have to get over it, because I don't care. You got an issue with me. I don't care. Because there's been the times where it was like, oh, we're cool. Oh.
Yeah.
And then they went and threw me right on up under the bus. And I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, tell such, not fooling with them no more. Yeah. It said exactly like that, with the snaps and all, because I meant it. I want them to know I am not playing, because it's like, you sitting here smiling in my face.
And then got all the things like to say later.
We cross paths again. Still, I'm not playing when I say it takes me a lot to be like, I'm really cool on people. But once I'm cool, ain't no warming up. Ain't even lukewarm, baby. Freezing cold. I'm really good on you. I could literally, like you said, act like you're not there.
Yeah, I can do that.
I used to not be able to do that.
Oh,
but
no,
now I can. But I think it comes with the fact of me being this good friend to people. Yeah. And literally always getting stabbed in the back. And this has been happening since I was in middle school. Like, I'm being a good friend to people. Why can't I get good friends back in return? I'm not understanding. I'm sitting here thinking that we're friends and I'm sharing these things with you. And girl, you really don't even fool with me like that, for real. And if you don't, I don't care if you don't like me. Just say that, though.
Yeah, and then we don't have to talk. I don't understand why people think sometimes if, like, they're not in our lives, and I don't know if they feel like if I'm not there, then they have no one. Baby, I got I got somebody.
And my thing is,
You don't have to be it.
I'm so content with myself. Even if I didn't have no other friends, I am good in my bed, rubbing my feet together, me and my dog. I promise you, and it's not to say like I'm just good on friends. I love my friends.
Yeah.
But if my friends decided, I hate Destiny, I'm gonna ask them why.
But what took you to get there? Because I personally feel like if you was still in middle school or high school, that would not have been. That wouldn't have been.
They don't like me,
right? That wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, when middle school, high school, and things like that was coming around, when people say, to be quiet, and I don't do this to be like, oh, no one just never, like, everybody loves Brittany. But I don't feel like,
nice.
right? I don't feel like if someone did not like me, I have no idea who they are. There's only one person I know.
Oh, that's happened to me before.
Who has stated they didn't like me. And even then I was like, dang, they don't like me. I wonder why. And then I'm like, but I don't talk to you. But
go ahead.
I live in this world, and I tell Bree that too, because even when I work with certain people and they was treating me a particular way, he'll be like, how you don't get upset at that? How you don't be about to pop off? And I say, at the end of the day, do they pay my bills? No. Are they going to affect my kids? No.
And if they
Am I taking you home with me? No. So really, you are irrelevant to the bigger picture. The only reason you and I even know each other because both of us just so happen to get hired at the same place. Yeah. But let's be clear, I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. I'm here to make my paycheck so I can take my ass home and provide for my kids and cook dinner. That's what I'm doing. So as long as I know that you're not fit to step on what I need to do, because the bigger picture is not you, I'm good. But now let me tell you, the moment you start messing with my funds, the moment something start going on with my kids,
now it's a whole different conversation.
It's a totally different situation.
I feel like that's the difference between you and I. You have people who state, and maybe you do have people that don't like you like that, but they don't say nothing. My thing is, most of the people who don't like me, whatever the case may be, feel whatever they feel about me, they act like they do. Or they don't say that they don't. So how the hell am I supposed to know? Now, like I say, you acting as if you're my friend, which is why back to the topic of oversharing. Yeah. Because now you're playing this friend role, and you really
ain't a friend. Low key,
high
key,
and it's just like I said, I love my friends down, but I am not about to be bent out of shape, crying, sliding down the wall because somebody don't want to be my friend. I don't give a damn. I'm sorry I keep saying that, and I'm sorry for cussing a lot, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the end of the world. And it's crazy because it took me a lot to get there because, like I said, I feel like I'm a good person to people.
Yeah.
So as soon as you cross over, like you cross that boundary or you just really just did me dirty, it's just like, why would you do that to me?
Yeah.
I thought we was locked in.
Yeah.
Now I gotta lock you out, throw away the key. And that's fine. And that's fine. But like, I just feel like when I feel like I have a friend and I had to learn who my real friends are, who are not. But before I got to this point, the oversharing thing was an issue.
Yeah. Because
you don't like me, but you're not acting like you don't like me. And we're having these conversations. And I don't know who you going out there telling my business to because you don't like me. Yeah. There's been times where it's like such and such. No, I don't even talk to those group of people and they know my business because you befriended them, but we're friends.
And now you yapping.
And that's another thing, which is why I'm not to say like my friends can't have other friends, but I'm not just buddy with people that are cool with people that don't like me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, man. We're not doing that.
Because they definitely sharing all the info.
We ain't doing that.
No.
You can be their friend. I hope y'all could get matching best friend bracelets.
Yeah. Well, I don't care.
But I don't want to be a part of it.
I will say this, and maybe this is why this is different. Is because all of my life was in Lamarck. Mm-hmm. Everybody in Lamarck know everybody from Lamarck, which means if you dated somebody, best believe not a whole crew offline because they all friends.
Yeah.
But you started in Lamarck, but then went to Houston, which is a whole different situation. When I walked into her high school, I was like, this is College of the Mainland. And for those who don't know what College of the Mainland is, in Lamarck, it's like our little community college.
Yeah.
She was going to high school. And I was like, walking in, the people yelling at me for being on my phone thinking I'm a student. Baby, I am lost and looking for my sister. I need to give her project. So I think that changes too, because now I think you started the dynamic of having different circles, because then you have friends in Lamarck who like, don't forget about Lamarck. You from Lamarck. But it's like, but I spent damn near 4 years and I graduate. You want me to act like I never went to, my diploma says that I went there, you know? So I don't think I had to experience that until I went to college. But even then, because now we're growing up and we're already going in our own directions, I didn't really have to deal with that necessarily, because now it's like, well, now you kind of just being childish, you know, because you went off to college and you met other friends and now you've done X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So I don't really feel like maybe that's why I can sit back and just be like, nah, I didn't have them problems. But I also don't really, when I meet people, everybody is like, you're just who you are at that time. Like, I don't like when people meet each other and then after your 2 encounters with each other, it's like, now we besties. I'm quick to tell you, we're not. Like, we're cool. You know, I'm fine with being cool, and that's just what it is. Yeah. That doesn't mean I hate you. Well, what we using titles for? Yeah. Because then I don't need you going around. Brittany didn't say nothing. Brittany wasn't there. Brittany who?
Not me.
No. Not this Brittany anyways. I know my name is common. Yeah. But it wasn't me. And so maybe that's a little bit of why.
But even when I went to Hightower, that's why I say back then I took the friend thing like, oh, that we are friends. Hello, I have friends. When I moved to Hightower, Mama was like, Destiny, you have weekend plans? I was like, you want to take me to Lamarck? And she's like, okay, I'm not driving to Lamarck every weekend. Yeah. But I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? She was like, you're going to go out there and make some friends. Look, you made me move out here. I don't want to talk to those people. Mama was like, you better have a friend by the end of the week. So now I got to force myself to go make a friend when I already got friends.
And if you know Doris,
and that's another
you can't come home without doing what she said.
Exactly. So here's Shaquita. I don't know who Shaquita is. I'm sorry, Shaquita. But we're friends, I guess. Yeah. But it's just like, I don't really take, like you say, why we putting titles on stuff. If it's a title on it, I'm not really taking it lightly. Like, if you're going to be my friend, you better be the best damn friend you could be to me.
Right? Because that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, because it's like when I'm telling you things about my life and we're experiencing life together, essentially, especially like in college and stuff like that. Like once I met my friends who are now like my what's it called? Long life friends. You meet your girl. What I'm trying to say?
Long time. You said it.
They're my dogs.
Lifelong friends. Exactly. We said it in the wrong.
Lifelong friends.
There you go.
So it's like, even like all the people that I used to trip over that I thought was my friend, I don't even talk to those people now, because once I was able to build more friendships in college, and those are who I talk to now. We have conversations. I mean, I'm not an adult. I went to college at the age of, I graduated high school at 17, went to college at 18. So I'm not grown, but I'm able to speak on how I feel more, especially because coming from Lamarck and having this transition of, I'm the new girl, they think they finna play with me. I don't know. It was just weird. And I had friends at Hightower. I did. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't really remember a lot of what our actual friendship was built on. So it's like I'm not really talking to them about a lot of stuff. Yeah. Not that I can remember. If I did, y'all there watching, talking about, did she lie? We were sitting there on Uvu and she said
no.
Okay, my bad. And I'm not saying like I didn't befriend these people and we didn't have conversations, but it's like when I have my friendships now, I sit there and I'm like, me like Bria and Kayla and Koya and Cam and Kevin, and they know like we are friends, and there's certain things that we talk, like we're adults now, so we're having even deeper conversations. So when I'm sharing this stuff with them, I feel safe and secure enough to know they're not going to go tell everybody else. Yeah. And even with my 14 friends and who I don't talk to as often as I used to, like my girl Portia called me the other day, and we were like on FaceTime, and I catch her up on my life, she catch me up on her life, and that was it, and we're cool. Yeah. And if I see, but that's my girl, right? Yeah. But it's at the same time, it's like I know who is really in my corner and who is not. Yeah. Because once I had those experiences of me oversharing, and then I had those experiences of me learning what to share and what not. Baby, I done went through all phases of the sharing process, and I'm just now getting to a point where I feel like I have I guess you would say, a healthy relationship with what I tell people and what I don't tell people. Because it was a point in life where, baby, if you asked, I was finna tell you, because not only, like she said, it's not like I was out here just doing anything. Yeah. If I was bold enough to do it, baby, if you asked, I did it, and what? So, but everybody don't need to know that. Yeah. And so I had to learn, why you asking who want to know who you finna go to? I need to know. I gotta see. But I will say, in oversharing, I think maybe I had a little bit, because I used to feel like in growing up, it was always like, I'm never gonna give you ammo to use something against me. So I would say everything, right? But now I'm just kind of like, no, but like you said, you learn who you can and who you cannot talk to. Yeah. And so once I got to a certain point, I want to say by the time I was 22, maybe, I was definitely in Virginia by then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty solid on my friends. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty solid on my friends. Yeah, now. I'm good. I'm solid. This is how we rocking. This is what we doing, and I have been content with that. I think if you don't have friends, you're going to continue to probably overshare, because you're looking for your circle at this point. But baby, just like that man or that girl gonna find you, let that friend find you. It was trial and error for sure with my friends, like, throughout my life. And it's just like, ooh, child. Because you and Kevin, first off, when her and Kevin ever said they weren't gonna be friends, we knew that was a lie. We knew Kevin was coming back. First of all, Kevin is a boomerang. You throw him, he come right back. Right back. And I'm like, bro, if I throw you one more time, please don't come back. He fam. We be like, where Kevin at? We all fam. But no, that's my dog. Yeah, we liked it too, but it took a lot to like even with that, like having a friend where it's like one day we friends and one day I'm scared to say the wrong thing because you gonna break up with me type thing, and it's just like, oh, see, you're done. Can't tell you nothing because I don't know if we're gonna be friends tomorrow. But it's been a thing. What? Go away, y'all. See, they be listening, eavesdropping, trying to tell the business too, and you know, kids tell it all. Everything. But yeah, I think one thing I had to learn, I guess, when we go into the what are we done with in regards to oversharing, I had to just learn how to, everybody ain't your friend. Be done with that. And be done with, if I have one, quality over quantity. I don't need all these people around me for me to feel like I have quality people in my life. Like, or like, oh, I have a lot of friends. Everybody must love me. Yeah. No, they don't. They talking about you. Actually, so I had to learn how to my like you said, a small group of friends. As long as it's quality, I don't understand why I felt the need to want everybody to be cool with me. And it's not even that I wanted them to be cool with me, but if we was cool, I was okay with saying, "Oh yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend." Yeah, everybody ain't your friend. No, and they not meant to be. Yeah, but I had to learn. Yeah, that no, let it go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think in this, if I had to say I had to be done with anything, it's like, be okay with people not liking you. Because I do feel like when growing up, I used to just be like, I'm so nice. Like, why won't you like me? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I befriended everyone, but I mean, to this day, like, I'll talk to anybody. I don't give a dang. Unless I already know you ain't right. I ain't speaking to you. I'm not giving you a chance. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, hey, that I feel like that don't hurt nobody. But because I don't want you to hate me, sometimes that forces you to end up acting a particular way because they act that particular way. And then, or you diminish yourself because you don't want them to think, oh, they gonna think I'm all that if I do this. But it's like, well, now why can't I straighten my hair? Because you gonna feel like, that used to be crazy to me. What? I straighten my hair, then it's, oh, you think you all that because your hair long. Well, it was on when it was curly. Girl, just tell me my hair cute and go about your day. People weird. That part. And so I just feel like, if anything, being done with not putting so much energy and worrying about who
like you and who don't like you. Because if you know that you're secure in yourself, if you know that you're working on yourself each and every day, if you know that when you step out, you are 10 toes down for whoever's in your circle, but also for yourself and your boundaries. Because like you were saying, people gonna hate you and don't have a valid reason to hate you. So why not just be yourself?
Wait, so was this episode about oversharing or was it about fake friends? Y'all let me know in the comments.
I would say a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Because I feel like with oversharing, you can easily find out who your real friends are and who not.
Yeah.
But don't overshare.
And even in undersharing, not sharing enough.
Oh, and they don't even got to be in-person friendships, whatever. Stop posting everything you do on the internet.
Because we didn't need to know that you went to Walmart to go get some stuff.
No, and we are... and this is... Here we go back to me watching what I say on this here nice little podcast. But it's like people, especially on Facebook, you post any and everything, your personal life, and they're mad because everybody know your business. I'm not understanding why you felt the need to post it in the first place. You wanted me to know, and you mad because I'm asking you about it. I mean, not me, because I don't care. I just keep scrolling, baby. But
I'm not
stop posting everything. Stop telling everybody your business. Everybody y'all may be cool. Y'all may go eat lunch together at work. That don't mean that y'all are friends.
Yes.
Know who your work friends are. Know who your real friends are.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially as an adult, when you have... I have boundaries now. I have morals that I like, that like they pretty solid, you know. And if these people are not aligned with those things, no matter how cool we are, we get kiki all day long. But if that stuff is not aligned, there's no way that we are gonna go around calling each other friends.
Yeah, no. And don't invite me for that. And don't invite me back, because that ain't my scene.
Yeah. Didn't like it. So
and not doing it again.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
So stop talking about it. Stop posting about it. And if you got, and then sometimes it's like with let's say a business idea, right? If we going around, we're going to have a podcast. We're going to have a podcast. We're going to have a podcast. Susie may be down the street hating on you. Lord, please don't let that podcast. Susie, I'll punch you in your throat. Because why would you ask the Lord to do that?
That's what she godly.
I know.
This topic is on her heart. Seriously.
Because I think it's just something that I don't even want to say struggle with, but it's been something that I've had to deal with. Yeah. For a long time. Until I just learned to be like, you know what? Actually, I don't like none of y'all. Bye. That's the end of the podcast. No, I was like,
dang.
No, I was just playing. But it's like I had to really learn who Destiny was first. Yeah. In order for me to really gain or keep solid friends. Yeah. Because if you don't know who you are, you'll just befriend anything.
But before we let this episode go, I will say, because we're always saying work on yourself, but I think a lot of it too is that when your real friends is also telling you something about yourself, don't get mad. Because sometimes we always think like, oh, I'm solid. Solid. And then the moment they tell you, but you did this and I didn't like that, then you like, well, what you mean? Like sometimes just slow down enough to just be like, they didn't like that. And if you really a solid friend, if you a real friend, you're going to respect that boundary of your friend. Yeah. And I think sometimes we blur those lines and then we start to think like, oh, something must be wrong with them. Yeah. And then they always want to try and make me change or make me be something. Right. But really, y'all still cool.
Baby, I was just looking out for you.
Right? You just, took a left when you was meant to go right.
Right. And that wasn't a good character trait you had going. Yeah. Let's just try
and that's what friends do. Friends help you become better. And then it's still my friend, when I tell you, the ones that I name, I can call in them and tell them about anything. Color of my drawers. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Okay? Not doing it, but I could.
Bria literally texted me. I forgot to log it in my app. But I think it was around the same time. When the last day your period started? Because that's when mine started too. Okay, girl. See, now we are old. Now I can overshare with her. Yeah. Our periods are online. We're locked in.
But in those things, it does help because it's like those are real friends. Yeah. But even in that, there's still things that my husband knows that they don't know.
Oh, right? Yeah, for sure.
I
talk to Corey head off all day.
Right? So this definitely was a conversation on oversharing, but also like realizing who your real friends are and who your fake friends are. But and really the bottom line is have great, healthy relationships. Whoever you putting a title on with, whatever it is, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, friend, all of the things. Make sure whatever that space is that y'all are creating to be able to have that bond with one another, that y'all are growing with each other, y'all are helping one another. You're letting them know when they did something really great, but you also letting them know like, hey sis, you're done.
Hey,
don't do that no more.
Wrap that one up.
Yeah. So I think this episode or this conversation, I'll say, has just been encompassing of all those things, regardless of what you want to call that relationship.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Make sure it's solid. And if it ain't, liquid, let it flow, let it go.
Let it go.
I don't know where this came from, but listen.
All right. but yes. I love that conversation.
Yes.
I feel like that's something I could take from that. And really, I mean, not to say like I need to apply it to my life now, but it's just good to always, a little reminder.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Leave them.
Leave them right where they was at.
Yes.
And stop telling your business. Dang.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't need that.
And once again, I may sound, like she said, I'm a little sarcastic. I may sound like I'm mad at y'all.
Because why you do that?
Right, don't do it no more. But it's from the bottom of my heart. It really is.
It really is. It really is. I promise y'all she's super sweet. The God is still within her because she was dropping some bombs.
Yeah, I know. Excuse my language. Yeah. Because I know Corey Tate's watching this. Oh, you said the D word too many times.
Not him counting. I'm going to put a counter on the bottom.
How many times it is and he cuss? Okay, right. But yes. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 8 of the You're Done podcast.
Yes.
Next week, same time, same place. Holla.
Right. See y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Woo! Man, that time went by fast. Get money, get money, get money. Get money, get money, get money. Hey, that was a 50-minute episode.
I know.